Good morning, everyone. Morning, morning, morning. Today we are talking about the myth of the 50-50 marriage on the Nitty Gritty Cafe if you're following us on Instagram and on the Learn Together YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us today. So, today we're talking again about marriage, which is my favorite topic. I love talking about marriage and family because I believe God created marriage and family so we would enjoy them. And so my goal is to make sure that you are enjoying your marriage and your family. So today we're going to talk about the myth of 50-50 marriages. So I know a lot of people think that you go into marriage and your spouse will do 50% of everything and you will do 50% of everything. And if you're truthful, some of us hope that we can do less and get away with it. But let's not get into that one. So this myth says that when you go into marriage, each partner will be doing 50% of everything. So there's a lot of things to do. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So, 50% would do the housework. 50% would pay the bills. 50% will do the cleaning in the house. 50% will, I guess, fix the cars. 50% will do everything. In fact, that doesn't quite work as it says it should. So it is actually a myth. Each of us need to go into marriage 100%. So we need to give our all. Everything we have should be given to our marriage. We should go in saying, I'm going to do the best that I can do. Now, as this says, there is no magic seed called marriage, which spontaneously grows up into a beautiful marriage. So you have to work on your marriage. It means some days you're going to get up and you don't have 100% to give. It's not that you don't want to, it's that you're tired, you're irritated, the kids are bothering you, work is bothering you, and you might not be able to give your all. On those days, hopefully you have a partner who will say, hey, it's okay if you don't have the energy today to sweep and mop the floors. I got you. I got your back. I'm going to do that. It's okay if you don't have the energy to go do the grocery shopping. I got you. I got your back. Or maybe your husband doesn't have the time to fill up the car with gas today. You can say, "Hey babe, I got you. I'll go fill up the car." So it means that you're going in thinking, I'm going to give my all. That is what I want you to know about this myth. You need to give 100%, not 50. So this says each person has to commit to this 100%. Some days you will take more than you give. So some days you're going to take energy from your spouse. You're going to lean on their energy because you don't have your own, and that is okay. It is important to understand that it is not a 50-50 arrangement. Since none of us are always able to give all, it is important to go into your marriage prepared to give 100%. So let's look at this example. If it was 50-50 and you were both having a really bad day and you only had 30% to give, what would that look like? So that would mean that both of you are coming in with about 15%, which means you're almost at empty, to tell you the truth, because 30% of 50. That's what you'd be looking at, close to that. So we have to know that this is something we're probably brought up thinking. Somebody said it somewhere, so we heard it somewhere, and that's, put itself in our brains. We have to undo some of this thinking because this is what's helping to cause some of the issues in marriage at the moment, where we go in thinking it's 50-50. So if my spouse isn't doing what he should be doing, it's time for me to go. And that is one of the things that is causing the issues we're having. We need to give 100%. If you expect your spouse to give 100%, you need to give 100% of your time, your energy. I always say, treat your spouse as you do the people you work with most days. When you're at work, you smile, you're happy. You don't yell and scream at everybody. Well, I hope you don't. Most people don't. If somebody does something wrong, for the most part, we explain it nicely in a calm way. I say treat your spouse the same way. Give them that 100%. Give them that time, that space to understand why you're mad, why you're upset, why you don't have the energy, why you'd like them to help. Speak, communicate well. That will help you in your marriage. So one person said, we both like to do the things we're good at. And some days we feel like we're doing more than half the work, and some days you will. And I will say, it's not necessarily about the things you're good at. Yes, it is better if you're good at those things or like those things so you can do those ones that you do like. But some days, you're not good at cooking, let's say, for example, but your spouse is not coming home till 9. Even though you're not good at it, you will still need to do it because the kids need to be fed. It would be good though. So, for example, if you're good at accounting, then you should be the one who's doing the taxes. So, we'll do another one about that kind of stuff. But some days you will have to do the things you're not necessarily good at. It's about knowing that what needs to be done and agreeing on both your sides that this will be done today by this spouse, and the next day it might be done by the next spouse. So, putting in what needs to go in order to get the things done that need to be done. And yes, some days it does feel like way more work. So I just put this up here because I found this online and it's saying, these are not even half the things that needs to be done. Because it's not 50-50, we have to think about it. So for example, making the beds. Who normally makes the beds? Who does the vacuuming, the cleaning of the bathrooms, food preparation, dishwashing, dusting, deep cleaning, garbage, outdoor work? Who does the raking up of the leaves and the snow if you live in a cold place? Who drives the kids places? There is so much that needs to be done. It's very hard to split it 50-50. But what I want to encourage you to do is to always balance each other out. If your spouse can't do it and you can, then you should. You should help each other. Bring your best into your marriage. You should have your best foot forward every day in your marriage. Some days it's tough and some days you're not going to want to do it, but make sure that you are going in 100%. Have a fantastic day, everyone.